And right now, as I look out my window, there is a downpour. And this is perfect, perfect, perfect for the message today. The message today, my beloveds, is the metaphysical power of divine possibilities. The metaphysical power of divine possibilities. And as it rains here in Boston, Massachusetts, and I think in New England today, I know sometimes in our lives it can feel as though it is raining. It can feel as though things are not working as we expected. Well, our beautiful biblical text and all of the sacred texts from humanity, throughout humanity's religious traditions, have offered us encouragement when it's stormy, when it's rainy, when things don't seem to be going the way we would like. Sometimes it's a diagnosis, sometimes it's a loved one's challenge, sometimes it's just being in traffic and we are triggered. And it appears as though life is not going the way we want. But there is always the power of divine possibilities, no matter where we find ourselves. So I will be reading from Exodus chapter 14. And we all know that our Judeo-Christian Bible is a metaphor for the soul's awakening. Each and every person, each and every experience is but a metaphor, a trope, an archetype for our soul's awakening to God. So in Exodus chapter 14, we find, and God said, I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and he will pursue them, but I will gain glory for myself through Pharaoh and all his army, and the Egyptians will know that I am the Lord. So the Israelites did this. When the king of Egypt was told that the people had fled, Pharaoh and his officials changed their minds about them and said, what have we done? We have let the Israelites go, and we have lost their services. So he had his chariot made ready and took his army with him. He took 600 of his best chariots, along with all the other chariots of Egypt, and with the officers over all of them. The Lord hardened the heart of the Pharaoh, king of Egypt, so he pursued the Israelites who were marching out boldly. The Egyptians, all of Pharaoh's horses and chariots, horsemen and troops, pursued the Israelites and overtook them as they camped by the sea near Pi-Hahiroth, opposite of Baal Jephron. As the Pharaoh approached, the Israelites looked up, and there were the Egyptians marching after them. They were terrified and cried out to the Lord. They said to Moses, was it because there were no graves in Egypt that you brought us to the desert to die? What have you done to us, bringing us out of Egypt? We regret it. Didn't you say to us in Egypt? Didn't we say to you in Egypt, leave us alone, let us be slaves and serve the Egyptians? It would have been better for us to serve the Egyptians than to die in the desert. It would have been better for us to serve the Egyptians than die in the desert. Moses answered the people, do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. It makes me emotional. It's so powerful. Do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Egyptians you see today, you will never see again. The thing that is holding you, the thing that is the disease, the heartbreak, the regret, the weariness, you will never see it again if you stand firm and know that the I am presence shall deliver you. The Lord will fight for you. You need only be still. The Lord will fight for you. You need only be still. Then the Lord said to Moses, why are you crying out to me? Tell the Israelites to move on. Raise your staff and stretch out your hand over the sea to divide the water so that the Israelites can go through the sea onto dry ground. I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, so they will go after them, and I will gain glory through Pharaoh and all his army, through his chariots and his horsemen. The Egyptians will know that I am the Lord when I gain glory through Pharaoh, his chariots and his horsemen. Then the angel of God, who had been traveling in front of Israel's army, withdrew and went behind them. The pillar of cloud also moved from in front and stood behind them. Coming between the armies of Egypt and Israel. Throughout the night, the cloud brought darkness to one side and light to the other side, so neither went near the other all night long. Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and all the night the Lord drove the sea back with a strong east wind and turned it into dry land. The waters were divided, and the Israelites went through the sea onto dry land with a wall of water on their right and on their left. The Egyptians pursued them, and all of Pharaoh's horses, chariots, armies, and men followed them into the sea. And so it is. Amen. My beloveds, this spiritual allegory was so profound that my eyes welled up. My eyes welled up because this is Spirit showing us the power of divine possibilities. My beloveds, today we gather to explore a profound biblical story that has captivated hearts and minds for centuries. The account of Moses parting the Red Sea. This ancient tale holds within it not only a historical significance, but also a deep metaphysical insight that can illuminate our spiritual journey. So let us explore seeking wisdom and inspiration from this remarkable event. The story of Moses parting the Red Sea is more than a recounting of a miraculous event. It symbolizes the unlimited power of faith, the unwavering, power of belief. So let's embrace the extraordinary possibilities that lie beyond our perceived boundaries. So it is a wonderful allegory of unwavering truth in divine guidance and the courage to step into the unknown. It is a testament of the human capacity to transcend limitations and embrace the extraordinary possibilities that lie beyond our perceived boundaries. 1. Crossing the sea of limitation. The Red Sea represents the sea of limitation that we all encounter in our lives. It symbolizes the obstacles, the fears, and the doubts that stand between us and the fulfillment of our dreams. Just as the Israelites faced the impassable barrier of the Red Sea, we too encounter moments when our progress seems hindered, when we are confronted by circumstances that appear insurmountable. Yet the story reminds us that within every obstacle in life lies the potential for a divine intervention and transformation. 2. Faith as the staff of possibilities. In this tale, Moses raises his staff as an act of faith that activates the divine power within him. The staff, representing the power of spiritual authority, becomes the instrument through which the sea is parted. It symbolizes the transformative energy that lies dormant within each of us. The power to move beyond our limitations and align with the boundless potential of the divine. The boundless potential of the divine. 3. Surrendering to divine timing. As the Israelites walk through the parted waters, they must trust in divine timing and guidance. Their journey through the sea becomes an act of surrender. Their journey through the sea becomes an act of surrender, a letting go of their own control and surrendering to the higher wisdom and guidance of the divine. It teaches us that when we relinquish control, miracles can unfold in our lives. My beloveds, when we relinquish control, miracles can unfold and manifest in our lives, paving the way for the fulfillment of our deepest desires, hopes, and dreams. Faith in divine guidance, faith in divine trust, divine timing, trusting in the unlimited possibilities of the divine. 4. Embracing the wilderness season. My beloveds, many times in our lives, like the Israelites, we must embrace the wilderness season. In the wilderness, the vast expanse that lies between the shores of the Red Sea and the Promised Land, it represents a period of growth, learning, and spiritual evolution. Embracing the wilderness represents this space of inner reflection, purification, and transformation. Like the Israelites, we may find ourselves in a metaphorical wilderness, facing challenges, uncertainty, and self-discovery. Yet within the wilderness lies the opportunity to cultivate a deeper connection with the divine and uncover our true spiritual essence. So as we contemplate in this upcoming week the metaphysical significance of Moses parting the Red Sea, let us be reminded of our own capacity to transcend limitations. Trust in divine guidance and embrace the profound possibilities that await us. Just as Moses and the Israelites crossed the Red Sea, we too can cross the sea of our own limitations, stepping into a new realm of spiritual awakening, growth, and fulfillment. May this story serve as a reminder that within us, my beloveds, lies the power to co-create miracles and shape our destiny, guided by the infinite love and wisdom of the divine. So as we conclude our metaphysical reflection on this beautiful, mystical, metaphysical tale, let us carry the essence of this story in our hearts. May it inspire us to rise above our limitations, cultivate unwavering faith, and fearlessly embrace the divine possibilities that await us. Let us go forth today, walking the path, my beloveds, of transformation, with the assurance that we are guided and guarded and led and supported each step of the way by a power greater than any power in this universe and beyond. And so it is. Amen.